Hello you lot. So this Kyosho DBX 2, the almighty eBay find. Let's have a little look at it. I haven't touched it. I haven't done a single thing since the video when I unboxed it and had a look at it for the first time and we fired it up and we realised that the engine isn't all that healthy. It seems to have gained a bit of compression since that day for some reason. But anyway, let's have a look at it, find out why it is what it is. I think I'm gonna start it up again before we do anything, just so we can get a bit of a better look to see how it is and what it sounds like, what it runs like again. Because I haven't done anything. Of the last couple of days I've been struck down by some kind of bloody stomach bug and I haven't felt like doing anything. So I've literally gone to work, come home, gone to sleep. Not even that. Just sitting there going, oh. Anyway, back to life again now, feeling fine and dandy. So I thought let's have a quick look at this while I've got a spare sort of 10 minutes. It's probably going to end up being half an hour. I'm going to be shouting out through the window, what are you doing? But the last time we had a look at this, it ran, but it was a bit clattery. And not only being clattery, it was, well, it didn't really want to stay running to start with. It seems to have gained a bit of compression since that day. So maybe that's a sign that it's coming back to life. Because sometimes if pistons and liners are a bit dry, they can lose compression. And a bit of oil puts them back to life again. But what really helps is running. Running helps it all come back to life again. Gets everything oiled up and just moving. Sometimes if an engine sits for a while, I don't know how long this has been sitting. I found it on the old eBays, and it could be anywhere. It could have been in someone's loft for a number of years. I don't know how old it is. I don't know a single thing about it. So yeah, we'll do that. I'm going to try and start it up and see what happens. And we'll go from there, you lot. We'll go from bloody well there. Happy bloody days. I can't believe how good of a day it is. It's pissed down all day long, but who cares? No one. Nobody cares at all, because it's all fine and great. Well, there you are, up in the sky again. What are you doing up there? You love it up there, don't you? You bloody well love it. Right, so, oh yeah, bollocks. I ran out of nitro. Oh man, I still haven't been to the shop and bought any nitro. I ain't got no nitro. Well, there's a little bit in that tank. I don't know if you can see it. There's a little bit in there. Tiny little bit in the bottom there. You can just about see it. So that'll be enough to get it running, hopefully. Now we won't heat it up because I want to see if it's going to start without being heated up. Funnily enough, I've had an influx of comments from people and PMs. People saying to me, if I heat my, I'm worried about heating my engine up now, because if I heat it up, is it going to get addicted to being heated up? But bloody addicted to, what do you mean addicted to being heated up? What engine's going to get addicted to being heated up before you start it? I mean, an engine gets hot when you run it anyway. So all you're doing by heating it up, or preheating, some people would call it, all you're doing is giving it a bit of a head start, making it easier for it to run. Because particularly for compression engines, like a nitro engine, yeah, don't rely on any spark or nothing like that. Relies on compression. The compression, the piston comes up and it compresses the fuel and the air, along with the glow plug as well. And that heat is generated with the compression of it. It generates heat, and that's what ignites it, right? So I can't remember off the top of my head now what the flash point of nitro is. I'm dare say it'll be on the bottle somewhere. But every fuel has a flash point. A flash point is the minimum temperature that it will ignite at. Petrol flash point is lower than diesel, for example. Diesel's flash point is obviously, well, I say lower and higher. Okay, I should say that the other way around, because my brain works a different type of people's brains. Petrol will ignite at a lower temperature, all right? And diesel will ignite at a higher temperature. It needs to be hotter for that to ignite, which is why obviously you have to have higher compression with diesel engines, and sometimes they don't like to start in the cold weather. Now, why am I talking about diesel ones? Well, a nitro engine is a little bit like a diesel engine in a way, as I said, is it relies on compression and heat generated from the compression and the glow plug in order to run and to start. So when it's a bit colder, it doesn't like to ignite, and it doesn't like to you know, well, ignite, as simple as that. So by warming it up, all you're doing is helping it to ignite quicker. And as well, and I know you're already screaming at the screen saying, what about the wear and tear? I know. Something, I can't remember exactly what percentage it is, but it's something like 75% around there of an engine's wear and tear happens on cold starts. So if your engine is already warm, right? If it's already warm, when you first start it up, it's going to be less wear and tear on it. Not to mention all the other factors about the, I know people are going to go on about race engines because people for some reason love racing engines. They're going to go on about the piston and all that bollocks. Yes, it expands, and yes, you won't be able to turn it over if it's cold, and all this other bollocks. But in a nutshell, no, your engine can't get addicted to being heated up. And if you heat it up once or twice, or 3 or 4, 10, 20, 30 times, it's not going to want to be heated up every single time. Even if you decide to heat it up in the summer, it's not going to matter because you're not doing anything. All you're doing is giving it a bit of a head start with the heat it's going to get in itself anyway. So don't worry about it. Just don't worry. If you want to heat your engine up, heat it up. If you don't heat it. And then if it doesn't start, heat it up. Simple as that. Bloody hell, you lot. Some of you lot are mad, I tell you. I went on a little bit then, but I just felt like I needed to put that straight a little bit. Because, of course, I reply to every single comment and I reply to every PM. Well, not every, but all the ones I see. I think some people, they're either drunk and they say they send a PM or a comment, but they don't, or they just don't arrive to me because none of them. But anyway, I always reply to them directly. But I thought if I say that, put it in a video, more people are going to see it. How an engine can be addicted to being heated up, I haven't got a clue. It's like the old starter fluid ether argument as well, isn't it? Can it get addicted to bloody starter fluid? Absolutely not. What a cock. Well, it's got a dicky throttle on this if I remember correctly. Yeah, I'm gonna heat it up now because I already know that it hasn't got a lot of compression. So I just want to get it to run just so we can hear it, and then I'm gonna take it apart. The amount of engines this heat gun must have heated up over the years. I've had this heat gun bloody, must be 15, 16 years, I suppose. I think it came from Lidl or somewhere. The amount of engines, unbelievable. This car smells like washing up liquid. I think I said that in the other video actually. When you warm it up, it smells like washing up liquid. I reckon it's smelling a little bit like dog hair now. I reckon that because it's so clean. Oh look, it's smoking now. Look at that. Can you see that smoke coming off of it? Can you see that smoke? I reckon what's happened is with this one, because it's so clean, I reckon this was in a shed or in someone's wherever, and before they've sold it, they've probably doused it in washing up liquid and water and gave it a wash because it is amazingly clean. That's what I reckon's happened. I like to piece together stories sometimes. Oh, yeah, I reckon we've got a bit of a front bearing leak, that's for sure. Oh no. Oh no, Johnny boy. Well, we're going to take this engine apart, so some of you are probably getting bored now, especially since I had a big old talk about bloody warming engines up. But I just really wanted it to run in this video because there might be people who are watching this who haven't seen the other video when it ran. You know, I wanted it to run in this one really. because it did run. Oh, bloody glow starter. What is it with these glow starters? I tell you, I charge them up and then they go flat straight away. Right, you go get another one. Oh yeah. Oh no, I've lost my other glow starter. I don't know what I've done with it. I took it out the last time I bloody went out and it's not in the bag. Anyway, that bollocks. That was hot. That was hot. Right, where's it gone? Oh no, I've lost it. I've lost my bloody glow plug. Hang about, let me find it. There it is. Tried to run away, it did. Anyway, it was glowing. I don't know whether you saw it. Bloody burnt my fingers. There it is. It's going now. What a cock. What a bloody idiot. Right, put that in there. Come on in. Right, I just wanted to run and then we'll take it out. Well, unless it runs well today. If it runs well today, I won't take it out. But if it runs like it did the other day, I'm going to take it out. I'm going to take it apart. Right, here we go. I can't find my other glow starter, which I'm pretty gutted about because that was a good glow starter. There's nitro coming out around the flywheel, so that's 100%, and that's probably that whole bearing has gone as well. No, I don't think he wants to go there. Yeah, so there's 100% a bad bearing there somewhere. I mean, you can hear it, it sounds terrible. I reckon it's that front one. Anyway, that's enough going on about it and bloody, what do you Americans call it? You Americans go procrastinating, don't you? Enough procrastinating. No, honestly, let's take it out and have a look. Alright, let's warm the engine up and then take it out. It's always a good idea to warm an engine up, heat it up, and then decide to take it out because, you know, you burn your fingers. Great. Perfect. We've got 3 screws holding this in. Just 3. And then Phillips screws as well. Phillips screws, which is great. Absolutely great. I've already undone the throttle linkage, so I ain't got to worry about that one. And then I think what I might do, I haven't done any research, I haven't literally done anything to do with this car. I forgot all about it. Well, I didn't forget all about it. I think in the video when I unboxed this, I think I made myself out to be some sort of bloody forgetful idiot because people keep saying to me, why do you think you're so forgetful? I'm not forgetful, it's just, you know what it's like, you got a lot of stuff. I haven't even really got a lot of stuff going on, to be fair. I make it sound worse than it is by mistake. I don't make it sound like that on purpose. Yeah, it's a funny one. You know what it's like, you just do stuff, don't you, and you put stuff to the side, and before you know it, so much time's gone past, you put it all to the side, and that's that. Anyway, so, yeah, engine, it's all genuine, look, it's all original. Oh, bloody hell, look. Look at all that nitro. Wow, look at all that coming out. That was full up, wasn't it? Absolutely full up. Yeah. Well, that wouldn't have been... I think this engine's quite old, you know. Yeah, it's definitely GXR. It's definitely... Yeah, they don't make them like this anymore, do they? That's for sure. Let's have a little bit of a zoomage. Anyway, I might be able to get parts for it. I might not. There's a bit of... I don't know if you can hear that. There's a bit of play in there. Oh yeah. It's well rattly. It's well rattly. I might be able to get some bearings for it. And if I can't find a piston and liner, like I say, I haven't done any research, I don't know if I can get parts. If I can't find a piston and liner, I might just do the unthinkable and repinch it. I've got one of those repinching tools somewhere. You can just use a Jubilee clip, but I have got one of the tools. It's not a tool. All it is it's a clamp, basically. Is what it is. And you just heat it up and do the clamp up. So I might just do that to it because I like this engine. It looks pretty cool, and it'd be nice to have it running. And to be honest, I like the platform of the buggy. I like it. I can't afford to keep it, but I like it. You know. So I probably won't be keeping it. But if I can make this engine run, that would be nice. Run and stay running and actually be usable. Nice little pole start and everything. Now I did have a parts tray somewhere. What's it? Oh, I've got this one here, but it's got a load of screws stuck in it. I don't know what they're for. And because I don't know what they're for, I didn't want to take them out, because then I might realise what they're for and go, bloody hell, where's all them screws that I took out? I didn't know what they're for. Now I know what they're for. I'll put them up there. Oh, bloody screwdrivers stuck everywhere. Right, there we go. Now I know where they go. But I know where they go, where they are, but I don't know where they go. Anyway, pole start comes off. It's one of them gay ones. And if you're not careful, it pops apart, and that is what just happened. You've got to be very, very careful. I might have to rewind that later. Bloody things. I hate pull starts. Absolutely hate them. They're great. I like a pull start, but I don't like the way they're bloody constructed, you know. Right. That little pin comes out of there. The pliers are magnetic and everything's magnetic. Absolutely everything is magnetic. Great. Absolutely great. Now the bearing or seal in question is at the front of the engine on the flywheel side. But we're going to take this back plate off and have a look inside, and then we'll be able to get an idea. Obviously the state of the bearings and seals won't affect the compression. A lot of people seem to think that if you've got a bad seal on the crankshaft, you will have bad compression, which that couldn't be further from the truth. I mean, I don't know where people get that idea from, because the compression happens in the combustion chamber, which is on top of the piston. It's got nothing to do with the crankshaft seals, the compression, you know. Obviously if the seal is bad, you'll have an air leak and it'll run too lean and it won't run very well at all. It will lose a lot of stuff like that, but it's not going to affect the compression, I can tell you that now. Yeah. That bearing's gone. The conrod's not all that good either. On the where the conrod, look, that's not that good either. So let's take the rest of it apart. We'll take the clutch off first, and then we'll take the head off, and then we'll have a look and see what else we can dismantle and have a bit of fun with. Bell end. Oh, the clutch is a bit worn. Clutch is very worn. Oh, that's got a roller bearing in it as well. Look. Talked about them the other week. The clutch is extremely worn, so I have to put a new clutch on it if I'm going to use it. Well, I could use it like that, but you can see there, it started to wear the springs away. I don't know if you can see that. See that there? Not there. There. It started to wear the springs as well. So the clutch is worn out. Which is fine. Expected that anyway. Take this off. I don't know if I've got a new clutch for it. I dare say I could nick one off of something else if I haven't got one. Certainly won't be spending a lot of dollar on this, that's for sure. That is quite bad actually. Right. Oh dear. Right, I'm back again. Everyone came home, the kids and all that came home. So I had to go and say hello, what's going on. And now we're back. So what was I talking about? I can't remember what I was talking about. Probably a load of rubbish, as usual. Yeah, we'll take this off, see what's in here. When we're about to take the piston and liner out. Just leave in the comments. I probably will, by the time this video goes live, I mean, you lot are not stupid. I probably will have done some research, but there's always a chance that you know or found something that I haven't. So if you know of bearings and rebuilds for these engines, let me know. Listen to this, listen. You can hear that bearing. Yeah, I mean, there's always a chance, so just let me know if you know of some, and I don't. I'm just going to go and put this in the vise and loosen it. There we go. Well done. Was stuck that flywheel in the vise, and then I can loosen this nut, and that comes off. Stick that in there. Now, sometimes you can pull these off, but most of the time you can't, because if you can, that means you've got a bit of a problem. Either you've got extremely strong hands, or it's a bit knackered, because you shouldn't be able to pull it off. It should be extremely tight, because obviously that grips, and if you can pull on it and just pull the flywheel off, it's not doing its job, it's not gripping. So, and then you're losing a lot of power, so it's quite important, really. That one was tight on there, probably never come off before. So we can see we got a lot of oil actually, and nitro around there, and a lot of it on there. So that means we have indeed got a bit of a leaky seal, which is what we expected anyway. We knew there was going to be a leaky seal, didn't we? We all knew that anyway. I mean, why would we not know that? I shouldn't have taken that flywheel off just yet because I needed it, but that's alright.
There's no pinch left on that engine whatsoever. Absolutely none. Not a dicky bird. Anyway, let's see if I can get that to come loose. I'm about to do that sometimes. Or I can make you all squeal and stick the screwdriver in the other end. Or I could do it the proper way and jam a piece of material in there. Really, I needed the flywheel on it. I don't know why I took it off just yet, but that's alright. We can probably stick the nut back on wherever it's gone. And just do the nut up maybe. And hopefully what we want to do is force the piston up, which should. No, it's not bloody doing the nut up. Of course it is. Of course it's doing the nut up. Might have to stick that flywheel back on. As I said, I don't know why I bloody took it off yet. That's because I'm talking to you lot. I always blame you lot. I'm talking to you lot, and I got carried away with myself, as usual, and I forgot that I need to take the bloody what's it off. Of course I did. I always forget. Right. Now we can stick that back in, stick a bit of material in there, bit of rag in there, like that, and then we can, I wanted to get the mold grips on it. Back in a minute, it's going to get a pair of mold grips. There we go, nice pair of mold grips. Let's do these up. A bit tight, like that. Of course they're not going to go past that carb. Of course they're not. Ah, everything's going wrong. Everything's going wrong. Come on. What are you doing? There we go. Can you see the liner starting to come up? That's what we wanted. We got what we wanted in the end. So now we can take that piece of rag out. And now we might probably not be able to pull that out. Oh, I know, I'm making you all squeal. I know I am. But that's alright, it's what I'm here for. I'm here to make you squeal. Can you see that? It's going up there now. If I'd done everything properly, right, would you be here? Be honest. Would you be watching if I'd done everything properly? No, you wouldn't, is the answer. You come here to watch this because you know nothing is going to be done properly. That's why you're here. I mean, we all know that. You don't need to pretend and go, oh, well, I expect everything to be done properly here. No, you don't. No, you bloody well don't. And you're lying if you do. There we go. One liner. Little bit corroded, but that's alright. Right, now let's take the... Hello. One of the minions wanted to find his trousers. Find his bloody trousers. Anyway, one piston. There it is. Quite worn. Nothing majorly wrong with it. No scores, no chunks. So, but the bearing. Little copper bearing's a little bit worn out. Don't know whether you can see that, whether that's going to be good enough for you to see. A little bearing in there, you can see the wear on it. Anyway, might still try and reuse it, probably not. Yeah, spins well, but definitely not the best. So I would imagine this is gonna be a 2 or 3 parter series, little video series on this, because I haven't got any parts at the moment as we speak. So probably might have to go and get a hammer. There it goes. There it goes. You don't want to leave this little home. There it is. One crank shaft. Little bit rusty. Nothing too major. Perfectly fine and runnable. I know some of you perfectionists out there will go, "Oof, that's terrible, you can't run that." But I can. And I will do if I can reuse that. And I'm sure I will be able to. So, I don't think I've got a bearing puller that will work on this engine. Let me go and check. Now, this is the only bearing puller kit that I've got left now. My other one, which was great, it had loads of different sizes with it. It was a hoodie one, but that got stolen. So I got this one, but it's a crap one anyway. I don't know why they made it, but it's for 21s and doesn't fit 18s. So I'll have to get them out another way. I can't afford another hoodie bearing puller kit. That was, I think it was, well, it was about 100 quid back then, so I wouldn't like to know what it was now, what it is now. But there we go, my friends. We will I'll do a bit of research and see what I can come up with. If I can find, I'll be honest, I will be very honest with you. I'll be very, very honest with you. If I can find, while I'm doing the research to find the bits I need, if I come across one of these identical engines, because I do want to put the same engine in it. I know I said I might put a 21 in it and all that. I might still do, but I'm not going to buy a brand new 21 engine. I'm not going to buy a KE21 or any other one, because they're a lot of money and I don't want to spend that amount of money. If I can come across a second-hand one of these, or even a new one that's a reasonable price, you know, then I will do. I'm not going to bother rebuilding it, because the price of rebuilding this will be more than the engine will cost. Trust me. Bearings will probably be 40 quid. Piston and liner, that's going to be another 50 quid. Might as well just buy a whole engine, whole brand new engine. But I'll have a look. You lot, if you know anything, stick it in the comments, because even if I've already got the parts, it'll help other people. So any of your knowledge, where to get these bearings and other parts. I know where to get these bearings from. I can get the bearings easy enough. It's just the price of them. So, there we go. One GXR 18 Kyosho engine. I think, you know what? I love the design of this. It's missing the little lid on it. I need to get a lid. It's a cracking buggy, whatever. Yeah, it's almost like a truggy, really. It is a buggy, but it's like a truggy. It's grown from being a buggy. It grew a little bit, and it's not quite a truggy. The design of it, you know. I like it. I like it a lot. I think once I get the engine going in it, I'll have to have a few goes of it before I let it go. Anyway, I'll catch you a lot later on.
thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. And yeah, as I said, I'll see you on the next one. Treat people nicely. Treat people how you'd like to be treated, and we'll all have a nice, happy life. And I know it's all too easy to just make something up. But what did you think we were going to find when I took the engine apart? I knew the bearings had gone. I could hear that. But I was wondering whether there'll be some more suspect stuff inside. But it's a nice, clean engine, so I'll see you lot on the next one. Take care. All the best.
Stadium packed, born a rock star in this life, gone live it up on the attack. Baby,